Hey guys. So, okay. Today I wanted to make a video, um, about family acceptance. Um, and I'm basically going to share with you guys, my story that has, recently been going on these past couple days slash weeks. And then I want to give you guys some advice that I think helps me get through things and that hopefully will make you guys feel better. So about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I got my septum pierced, which is right here. And I got it researched. I researched the tattoo parlor that I got it done at before I went, and I made the executive decision to go out and pierce my nose. It was about $70 in all. It was $60 for the piercing and about $10 for the ring that they pierce you with. And when I got it with the intention of having it for a while and being content with it and being happy. Just because before I got it, I thought about, well, maybe I could get fake ones, but that's just not what I want to do, I want something real. If I'm going to get something, I want it to be the real deal. I want it to be authentic, not something you can slip in and slip out, because I'm an adult and I want to make decisions. I want to be able to stick with the decisions that I make, and I thought this was a good decision for me personally. I thought it'd look good, and I liked the piercing, which was not always the case. But, I went in and this is what I want to do, and I got it done. And for the first 2 weeks, I had it flipped up, which, for those of you who don't know what, I mean by that, it's basically taking these and going, bye, see you later, you don't look like you're there. The reason that people like this piercing so much is because it works in professional jobs and areas, and just it's very easy to mask. And if people don't like it, if you have an employer or someone at home that does not want you showing it, all you have to do is flip it up and it's like nothing ever changed, and it makes them more comfortable, which is very sad, the fact that we feel the need to hide parts of ourselves to make other people more comfortable. That being said, I, a couple times, when I first forgot to flip it up, my dad saw, and he made a comment. He was like, "Oh, what's that in your nose?" I was like, "Oh, it's a piercing." I wasn't going to lie to him or try and make up some story. I later then found out that it was April the 1st, and I could have pulled it off as a joke, but I didn't. And I forgot another time, and my mom was there, and she was less stoked about it. My dad didn't like it, which for a while there, I thought he just didn't really care about it. He was like, yeah, whatever, it's in your face. I knew he didn't like it, but he he didn't say anything directly to me about how I didn't like it, so I thought he was fine with it. My stepmom, however, I live with my dad and my stepmom. My stepmom, however, she felt like the way she acted, it was almost as if she felt like I was disrespecting her somehow. That somehow I gotten it, to be like, in your face, like, I can do whatever I want with my body, but that wasn't the intention at all. It was simply, I liked the way it looked, and it made me happy. Which I think that's the reason a lot of people do body modifications and other, well, that's why anybody does anything, really, in life, is to try and make their life better and make them happy. And that's why I got this. And my mom was very stern with me, and she said, I don't like it. I don't want to see it. And actually the first thing she said when she found out about it was, you might want to think about getting new jewelry for it, because it's just two little silver balls hanging out of your nostrils. She turned around and walked the other way. And she's very, very snippy and derogatory towards things she doesn't like. And they apparently have a lot of things that she doesn't like, and it's one of those things where I can either get upset about it, or I can just, look at it as the way that, I like different things than she does. And once I'm out of this house, I don't necessarily have to show her these things that she detests so much. That being said, for those who do want to get piercings or tattoos and live at their parents' house, know that I am over 18. I'm actually 19, and I am of legal age to get pierced and tattooed, and I did not need their consent. But living under their house, I need to be respectful of their boundaries, and in a way I kind of have to conceal a part of me that they don't like. And it's a sad fact of life that a lot of, children have to go through. They have to mask certain things that their parents don't necessarily like about them in order to make living somewhat tolerable, just so they don't get yelled at, just so they don't hear how much their parents don't like them because of these certain things, And I want the kids that get treated this way to understand that your parents don't love you any less. Just because they don't like a certain thing about you doesn't mean they don't love you. It means that they are too into what they would personally do with their own life. When you think about it, a lot of people that give advice that aren't, trained in psychology and other things like that, a lot of the advice they give are things that they did or that a friend of theirs did. And, everybody's just so self-centered that, you can't possibly do that, because that'd be doing your own thing and going your own way, and that would be wrong. It'd be weird. You can't do that, A lot of people don't understand going and making waves and doing things the way you want to do them, because you really believe that it'll work out okay, and if it doesn't, you can roll with the punches. But a lot of people have to conceal the things other people don't like to make them more comfortable, and it's not right. But at the same time, when it comes to your parents, just make sure you can make enough money to move out. My biggest, regret is that I didn't move out before I started disliking them. Because the worst thing that can happen is you start disliking your parents and you're stuck living with them. Because you don't want to dislike your parents. They gave you so much. They gave you life, they gave you food, shelter, and they took care of you when you were sick, and they, put you through school. They wanted you to come out the best that you could, and not everybody is nurtured the exact same way. Some people, are treated differently by their parents, and well, everybody has a different experience being brought up, but, those who feel like they're in any way unaccepted by their family needs to know that it's okay, Your family is only connected to you by blood, and your parents love you. You're their own flesh and blood, They, made you, or they brought you up. Even if you're adopted, even if you have step parents, they brought you up. They gave you shelter and food, and they wanted the best for you. And sometimes people have a not so easy time of showing that, and they don't necessarily take care of you the way that you need to be taken care of. And when it comes to people, telling you can't do this or you can't be that, and it hurts, what you really need to do is talk to them. It's as simple as sitting down and saying, hey, you hurt my feelings. I know that you don't like this, but at the same time, I don't like a lot of the things you do. And I know you can't really say that. Like, you're not allowed to say that to your parents, but my parents do a lot of things I don't like them to do, and sometimes it's all about compromise, and just understanding that things that they do, aren't healthy for them, and or that things that they do or have you don't like, and just being like, hey, I know you don't like this about me, but it really hurts my feelings that, I'm so accepting of you, and I let you do your own thing, and, you come back and at me and you say that I'm in the wrong, and that, I'm just doing all these things poorly. And I can't promise that they'll listen, but maybe talking to them will help. And overall, just look toward the end of the tunnel when you can move out. Just know that it's going to get better. It will get better. You just have to wait for it.